Welcome back to Tiki Hut Treasures. Today, I wanted to do this mom and baby mold for another coworker who's having another baby. I seem to be having a run on that. I mean, there's like 6 of them in the last year, so there's been a lot of baby showers. I've done this mold already. Oh, this is my new mold, and wait till you see how I use that with a mixed media project I'm doing. But in the meantime, so this is the mom baby that I did for someone who has the greens, but I don't love it, so I'm probably gonna actually clean it up and then just spray paint it because I don't know what else to do with it. The back was pretty and blended, but the front wasn't blended, and I don't love that. So anyway, so for this other baby though, the name that I did for him is, you know how I do the elephant name signs, right? So this would be the one that would go with that other set, and that's why, again, I don't think I like it. But this name sign is for Harrison. So I wanted to do these stones that I have in here in this. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I want to try. A lot of the sections are too small for those pieces. So what I'm going to do first is do clear. And in the clear, drop those pretty gems, right? And then the sections that I can't use those gems, I will then back with a black or navy blue or whatever. But get this off the sides. That will show. Alright, so most of this is negative space. Let's start with that. I'm going to mix up some clear. I'm going to use the 1 hour fast cure because I can. You know what? Let's not. Let's use regular epoxy because it'll give it time to debubble, and I can take my time placing the stones. The 1 hour fast cure will just make it where I have to work too fast. So I'm going to mix up some epoxy and I'll be right back. All right. So I put it on a piece of white poster board so that I could see it, or so I can move it into the kitchen and let it cure when I'm done. Because I'm going to demold another project that I need to get the video up for, because I was really late in getting a video this week. I just had a lot going on in life. Life was lifing. And I don't even really mean in my physical life. I guess I mean in my emotional life. Because I didn't have a lot going on so much as I don't know, I wasn't feeling very fulfilled, artistic, none of those things. So usually art is my therapy, so it's my way of escaping the world. I just come in here and escape. But this week, I don't know, my real job has me kind of disenchanted, I guess. So, all right, now this is looking pretty well mixed. Just making sure as I scrape the sides. There's a couple of pieces from old resin that have broken off in this cup, so I'm gonna have to be careful about that. because they will drop in the piece and you don't want that. All right, so let's see. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to start by dropping it in the child. Go from these bigger sections to the smaller sections. And I want to clean out these pieces that have already dropped in there that I know I don't want in my piece, right? I want to wipe this on paper towel so that I don't get it all over my poster board. There are some little teeny pieces, but this will level out some as we fill it with rocks. Yeah, the 1 hour fast cure was gonna already be thickening up by now, probably. I'm glad I decided. I am an instant gratification person for sure. So that's why I love the Promise 1 hour so much. But also, resin art isn't about the immediate. It's about what it does as it's curing, right? That's what I think makes the demolds so fun, is that they change from what you did to what the resin wants to do. That's kind of what makes resin art unique and fun. I don't need every section covered, but I do want to make sure that it gets against the edges of the mold so that you can see what it was meant to be. I will put a dark color behind it, so I do need to leave a space for resin. Or maybe I can dome it with a black resin later, something like that. How is everyone today? I hope that everyone who's watching is happy and healthy. If you have challenges, I hope that today is a good day for you. Physically, I'm okay. Again, just a little disenchanted right now with my job. I think we're in a period of change, and I don't do good with change, which you would think I would since I've been an ER nurse for 22-ish years, plus a paramedic for 12 years before that. You would think I'd be all about change, but really kind of not. I guess that's human nature, though. Poured too fast. There's a lot of negative space in this mold. This whole section where I just poured the resin right here, this is a whole open negative space, so no use wasting resin there. If you use a clean cup, these things won't happen. You won't have random pieces of resin in your resin. It is 6:30 in the morning here, and they're already out cutting our grass. The people who live here, well, I guess older people usually wake up early, but like if I was in my retirement years and someone came by and was mowing my grass at 6:30 in the morning, I think I would be irritated. I'm irritated now, and I work such odd hours and I stay awake. My menopause insomnia. Stay awake a lot. All right, let's try and stick some pieces. Sorry for the lawnmower noise. I didn't know they were gonna be mowing the grass at 6:30 in the morning. I literally missed the mold for all these pieces I just dropped. So with the letters that I did, my mold for my letters was top side up. So the bottom side, after I had dropped all these stones in those letters, the bottom looked really great. So I have since bought, they're probably in the boxes I have in the living room and haven't opened yet. I've since bought letter molds that are backwards, so that what you are So the part that's down is actually the front, which is not the kind of mold that I had before. Just the backs had more color. So this is front side down, and it's also, what is that called, where it has the refractory kind of pattern on it, holographic. I may end up top coating this so that the holographic isn't showing, because if you top coat a holographic pattern, you lose that holographic pattern, right? Because it's like all about gentle pattern in the mold. Only because I think it's gonna detract from these stones, and the stone colors are so pretty. I could have used glitter. Let's be real. I have a glitter that's very similar, but I don't love it. So I saw this mold when I decided to buy it. The picture of the artwork that was hanging on the wall was just plain black with the holographics. I was drawn to that, but I think that's what these stones are going to give you. And so I don't think I need the holographic nature of it. Jeez. Really did miss the mold on like all those pieces. So this takes a lot more time. Obviously, this video is going to be longer than just a straight pour of this mold. But I hope that you will stick with me. I leaned my elbow in some resin, and then I tried to wipe it off with my resin covered paper towel. That's my video. Ava says, woo. So Ava, tell them how crazy your mom is. Yeah, don't call me a butthole. I'm not a butthole. I'm your mom. Show me some respect. Put some respect on my name. How about that? She said, stop. How about that? If you're new to my videos, I did a video on when I poured the Let's Resin parrot mold, and I used Ava's feathers in it. And then she got a little cameo. She had a little time on the screen. I thank you for sticking around if you're still here. If you fast forward a little bit, I won't cry. It's not easy, but I hope you'll see that I'm just taking my time to find a place for every stone. Some stones are thicker than others, so they don't fit in every place, but you can turn them. And then I'll back it with a black, and maybe I'll put some of those colored glitters behind them also, so that you still get the different colors, but it doesn't have, see, the glitter has like this pattern of just, it's just cut circles. So to me it looks like cheap glitter, and it's not cheap glitter because I know I paid the bill, but to me it just looks, it kind of detracts from it because it's not the typical expensive glitter we're used to, where it's the fine holographic type, whatever. It's just like color changing, and I guess the black iridescent or whatever, but it's just not my favorite. I'm not gonna link it because I don't want to talk smack about my glitter and then out who I bought it from. And that, even if I remembered, like, I would have to look it up anyway, but so I'm not gonna link it though, because I don't ever, if it was a small business, and I'm not sure that it was, I don't want to. Talk crap about it. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's not a pretty glitter. I might find something that I could use it for. I just, not this. I hope that this is something that they hang in their nursery for years to come. And I feel like if it was a bright ass glitter, they might not. She said, shut your mouth and B word. I don't know where she learns all this. I'm guessing my husband talks to her a lot during the day. They, in fact, have arguments. He said, and he'll say daily, I have never had an argument with a bird before. You have for the last 4 years, because she argues with him daily for the last 4 years. Yeah. I love it when she argues in my voice, because it's like he's being put in his place by me, and yet I don't have to say a word. It's kind of cool. Yesterday she was on a roll saying the name of one of the one of the dogs that I had for 15 years, and she just kept repeating her name. I don't want to say it right now because then she'll say it for the next 10 hours, and it made me sad because we put her down last year and she was calling her. I'm not sure that I believe in ghosts. I was raised in a very Christian religious house that and so I was not raised to believe in necessarily any kind of spirit world that, other than angels, like, I believe in angels. And so I was not raised to believe that when you die, you have a spirit that is left here on earth possibly and can haunt things or whatever. So typically I have had experiences that counteract that. I have had some paranormal experiences, and so it messes with my belief system because I was raised to believe one thing and then I've experienced something else, which I guess is part of growing up too, you know. Not a lot of resin in this section here. So to believe that like she was seeing, the reason I brought that up was because I wonder sometimes if she's seeing Ruby, like her spirit around or something, like, because if any dog's spirit was going to be near us, it would be Ruby, because she would never want to leave me. Like, we were together 15 years. She was with me through divorces, and she traveled the whole country with me. She went with me to New York, Texas, Virginia, West Virginia. She went to California, Texas. We camped our way across the country. Like, if any animal was gonna be with me post-mortem, it would be her. Ava, you're laughing at me? Are you laughing at me right now? I'm struggling with my total belief system, and you're laughing? You're insensitive. I am almost done, y'all. Almost done with this layer, and then I'm gonna put a little bit more clear on here, and then I will back it, and I may take it out to dome it with a dark color, because I don't think it's gonna work as like a back coat in the mold, because I feel like these stones have brought it up to where, yeah, to where the second layer would be, it would go in all these negative spaces, and I don't want that. So I would have to dome it after I took it out. I may also, this might be a good idea, maybe I will go over these smaller sections after it has started to cure. That's what I'll do. After it has set up, I will go over it with a couple of colors of glitter, and because I can easily drill those out of the negative spaces if they land there. That's what I'll do, because I do want it to be kind of colorful in all the areas. So now I'm just looking for any places that could fit more stones, but other than that, I'm pretty done. And I'll show you the glitter I'm going to use. I just want these stones in as many places as I can get them. As it's setting up, I can push them down. What happens when you do that though, sometimes, is you introduce air bubbles. So, because there might be some air on the other side of the stone or something, so you want to be very careful about moving stones once they have started to set up. But you can put like a flat silicone mold over top or something like that in order to make sure that these are in there very flat. I am going to just put, oh, this resin is now warm. Just want to drizzle some resin where it wasn't full. Because I don't want the glitter to fall. And when I put the glitter in, behind these stones, I don't want you to see the shape of the glitter, etc. I want you to see these stones and hopefully the shine of the clear resin. Let that kind of settle. I think that's really good. I have a little resin left, and let me show you the glitter that after it sets up. Oh, let me put a couple more pieces right here. Sorry for my head, but okay, so the glitter that I'm going to use to back it up is this. And see how it's so similar in color to these stones, but you see how the pattern is little like octagons, and it's very distinctive. So I like the shape of these better. Glitter is just the glitter, but I will put it here so I can put it where the negative spaces are when this is setting up. That is all for right now, and I will see you on demold. You know, I just wanted to share, I'm gonna pull these out. I wanted to share something else. I don't record all of my makes, but I am working on a wine thing that I'm gonna use this. I made a mold of this. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to patina it a little. I made the marble handle. But then also I did this, working on some steampunk stuff. So I'm going to patina all that. But it's just these little molds for steampunk. I also have this baby mold. Let's make it too. And I wanted to show you this so I don't show all of my mixed media art, right? So this is a canvas of a wave, and I have put the crystals and some extra shimmer in here, and now it is a cured resin piece on canvas. So it looks really pretty. It looks almost like art on aluminum. So I'm working on a wine thing. That's what I'm going to use with the broken bottle and some bullets and a gun. Oh, that's going to be quite a project. Okay. Yay! So let this cure. And then I'm letting the other thing cure, and I'll back it with some of this glitter. And then we will be back on its demold, and maybe this will be done too. So, because it's deeper, so it should be done whenever the other one is done. And then I have to figure out how I'm gonna do the baby one for this. I may just have to do it the way I did these letters, which is great. I love these, and all I did was put some green. Well, I alternated the clear and like a green of these little beads. So I can do that, but we'll see. We will see. All right, y'all, I got a lot of things in the works today. So I'm doing another mixed media project with a wine bottle and this stuff, and I will try to bring that on camera also for you. All right, welcome back. I really want to see what this baby looks like because I haven't made this one before. I have got glitter everywhere, so This has like a looks like he's been wrapped, the baby was wrapped in like a muslin fabric. It's kind of cool. These extra pieces that I don't want to go in another make. I'll clean off the glitter in a little bit. But you see how I didn't pour it all the way, so it has this overage there. Well, underage. It has underage. Hold on, let me just clip this over the trash. I have a dog who, my older dog, he's 16, and he likes to chew on the pieces of resin or silicone, whatever's laying on the floor. I'm like, no thank you, please don't do that. So now it's a game how fast I can get it in the trash can before Remy tries to come in the office and put it in his mouth. So so far he's still winning, but I'm trying to win this game. Okay, so that looks good now. I love this color though, the combination of the white interference with the pink. Isn't that darling? Oh my god, that is darling. Look at the little tufts of hair. There's a face. Oh, okay. So, no bubbles even in the rose. That's interesting. I want to fix the color though on this baby because it does look like I burned one of his feet. I have to decide how I'm going to approach fixing this baby. Even like toenails. That's crazy detailed. Wow. That's so beautiful. It's gonna make a really nice, maybe a lid to, like on a lid to something. I could put it on top of a lid to, that's gonna be absolutely amazing. Wow. Okay. So now for this, you can see all the glitter that I put on the top over the stones because I wanted to fill in all the spaces that the stones wouldn't go. This mold has a lot of negative space that I wanted to clean up, and I tried to clean with tape. And every time I then moved this, more glitter would fall on it. Yeah. So the mold is really bad, but we will put that over here and see how I can get all that glitter off. Okay. So the holographic on here is really nice. If you want holographic, it is nice. But it loses the stone. I don't think it does the stones any benefit. So, I'm going to take my little drill and drill out all the negative spaces that have glitter in them. And then, it's still so flexible too. Alright, and then I'm going to put a top coat and dome this piece. I like the holographic. I think it's pretty. But I don't see this nurse hanging it on her nursery wall this way. But I think if we see the natural stones, she may be inclined. Plus, I think that doming it in a topping resin will help with the strength, because right now it is very flexible and it's been cured for 24 hours. So I'm going to drill out the negative space. I'm going to clean up my workspace. And then I will add tabletop resin to dome the whole thing. Let me know what you think about that, if you think I've made a poor choice because the holographic is that good. But I really think it's going to detract from the stones, and the stones would look so much better. I wish you could tell me. Alright, I'm going to think about it while I drill it out. Alright, so I have added my topping resin, retopping my dog bowl. So if you haven't seen that video, expect that one and go see that. So you can see now how beautiful these stones are in here. I'm so glad that I took off the holographic. Problem is the spaces. So I thought that the glitter behind, it does help. You can see some sparkle behind them. So you can see some of the glitter, but I think that it's gonna need a color behind it because you can't really tell that these are flowers. So I'm going to use a color behind it. His nursery, I think, is... Dag, I'm forgetting now what she said. She said she really didn't have a color theme, is what she said. Maybe a tealish blue or something like that. All right, that's all I know for now, and we'll see. But it is so pretty. These stones really are nice.